Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-embarking on a journey to honor some of the most extraordinary individuals who have ever worn the uniform. We're counting down the top 10 most distinguished soldiers from around the world. These are figures whose names are synonymous with courage, whose actions have shaped history, and whose legacies continue to inspire. Now, compiling a list like this is incredibly challenging. How do you measure bravery? How do you compare tactical genius across different eras and conflicts? Our selections are based on a combination of their strategic impact, personal valor, leadership qualities, and the sheer scale of their accomplishments. So let's dive in and pay tribute to these legendary warriors. Kicking off our list at number 10 is a name that commands respect in military circles. Vo Nguyen Giap of Vietnam. A self-taught general, Giap was the mastermind behind decades of military campaigns. He was a brilliant logistician and a master of unconventional warfare. His strategic planning was pivotal in leading his forces against formidable opponents, proving that determination and clever tactics can overcome immense technological disadvantages. Giap's ability to mobilize and inspire his people, turning a nation into an army, secures his place as one of the great military leaders of the 20th century. Coming in at number 9, we have Saladin, the revered Sultan of Egypt and Syria. More than just a brilliant military commander, Saladin was known for his chivalry and sense of justice, earning the respect of both his allies and his adversaries. His greatest military achievement was the recapture of Jerusalem, a campaign marked by brilliant strategy and a remarkable display of leadership. Saladin united disparate forces under a single banner, leading them with a combination of tactical skill and moral authority that is rarely seen. His legacy is not just one of conquest, but of noble leadership. At number 8, we look to the vast plains of North America and the legendary Lakota Sioux leader, Crazy Horse, a warrior of incredible personal bravery and a visionary spiritual leader. Crazy Horse was a master of guerrilla tactics. He refused to be photographed and never signed any treaties, embodying a spirit of fierce independence. His most famous victory came at the Battle of the Little Big Horn, where his tactical brilliance and inspirational leadership led to a decisive victory for the allied Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho forces. He fought not for glory, but for the preservation of his people's way of life. Sailing into our number 7 spot is Admiral Yi Sun-sin of Korea, facing a seemingly insurmountable invading fleet. Admiral Yi achieved some of the most astonishing victories in naval history, with his innovative turtle ships, armored vessels that were ahead of their time. He consistently outmaneuvered and defeated much larger enemy forces. His most legendary engagement, the Battle of Myeongnyang, saw him defeat a fleet of over 300 ships with only 13 of his own. It's a feat that borders on the unbelievable, a testament to his unmatched genius in naval strategy and his unwavering courage. At number 6, we journey back to ancient Rome to honor one of its most formidable adversaries. Hannibal Barca of Carthage. His name alone conjures images of epic struggle and military genius. Hannibal is most famous for his audacious trek across the Alps with his army, including war elephants, to attack Rome on its own soil. His tactical masterpiece at the Battle of Cannae, where he completely encircled and annihilated a much larger Roman army, is still studied in military academies today. Hannibal's ability to innovate and his relentless determination against a superpower make him a true legend of warfare. We've reached the halfway point, and at number 5 we have the Desert Fox himself, German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel. Renowned for his leadership from the front and his mastery of armored warfare, Rommel earned the respect of his own troops and his opponents, including Winston Churchill. During the North African campaign of World War II, his brilliant enterprise tactics and rapid advances with the Afrika Korps kept the Allies on their toes. He was a master of maneuver and improvisation, capable of turning dire situations into stunning, albeit temporary, victories. Breaking into our top 4 is a figure who reshaped the map of Europe. Napoleon Bonaparte, rising from humble beginnings to become Emperor of the French. Napoleon was a whirlwind of energy and ambition. His military campaigns, known as the Napoleonic Wars, are legendary for their scale and complexity. He was a master of combining artillery, infantry, and cavalry, and his ability to move large armies at incredible speed often caught his enemies completely off guard. Victories like the Battle of Austerlitz, considered his tactical masterpiece, showcased his genius for battlefield command and his profound understanding of strategy. At number 3, we have a man who built one of the largest empires the world has ever seen, Genghis Khan. Uniting the nomadic tribes of Mongolia, he forged a disciplined and seemingly unstoppable military force. The Mongol army, under his command, was renowned for its skilled horse archers, its brutal efficiency, and its sophisticated command structure. Genghis Khan was not just a conqueror. He was a brilliant organizer and strategist who revolutionized warfare with his use of mobility, psychological tactics, and merit-based promotions within his army. His impact on world history is simply undeniable. Our runner-up at number 2 is the man who nearly conquered the known world, Alexander the Great. In just over a decade, the young king of Macedon led his army from Greece to India, toppling the mighty Persian Empire and never losing a single battle. His tactical genius was on full display in battles like Gaugamela, where he used innovative formations and bold cavalry charges to defeat a vastly superior force. Alexander led from the front, inspiring incredible loyalty and bravery in his men. His vision of a culturally blended world and his unparalleled military record make him a giant of history. And finally, at our number 1 spot, we have a figure whose influence on military strategy is still felt thousands of years later. Sun Tzu, while he might not be a soldier in the same vein as the others on this list, his impact is arguably the greatest as the author of The Art of War. Sun Tzu laid down the fundamental principles of strategy, tactics, and logistics. His teachings emphasize the importance of knowing your enemy and yourself, the value of deception, and the ultimate goal of winning without fighting. Every general and soldier on this list, whether they knew it or not, applied principles that Sun Tzu articulated. He is the ultimate master, the strategist whose wisdom has guided countless commanders to victory throughout history. His work is a timeless guide to conflict and strategy. And that concludes our look at 10 of the most legendary soldiers and military minds in history. From the naval genius of Yi Sun-sin to the strategic wisdom of Sun Tzu. These individuals demonstrate the incredible heights of human courage, intellect, and leadership. Who do you think should have been on this list? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you and discussing these fascinating figures. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through military history, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next video. We'll see you in the next one.